Quick video on mods to a Harbor Freight 9-function metal detector. We've got a display on there. We've got a microchip PIC mounted to the battery door, running at 48 megahertz. Basic clock cycle inside the system is 12 megahertz. Okay, so this will be a measurement against this test bed. It's just an air test. Everything around it is plastic or plastic, and we've got inches marked off there. Hello all, this is a quick demo of the add-ons to a Harbor Freight metal detector. What we're looking at here is the display. I'll walk through the firmware capabilities of the menu system. Okay, scanning is basically not showing anything, and it's running about 80 cycles per second. It does a sample outbound. Each sample is 25 of voltage and 25 of phase, and then they're averaged out. So you have 80 samples of 25 cycles averaged. So in this, now we jump over here to the continuous display mode, so you can see the lower left-hand number changing constantly. That's an arbitrary number based on analog digital converter counts that come out of the system. It goes from 0 to 1024, 1023, and because of the op amp being used, it limits out at about 890. And then you see a phase reading, and then on the right hand side, changing rapidly, you see a magic number. It's basically a multiplication of the voltage readings times the phase differential from the ground balance voltage, and it's beeping like crazy now. So delta volts for discrimination. You can tell it how many analog digital converter counts it has to be away from the minimum ground balance voltage or the maximum ground balance voltage before it'll fire. You can also do the same thing for phase. These are in 0.1 degree increments. Okay, and then over here we have the voltage discrimination. This is any voltage that is less than the mean ground balance voltage minus 200 will not portray. So you can knock out ferrous items by just setting that to 0, and you'll knock out nickel and all that other stuff. Okay, and then phase discrimination, which isn't implemented yet. Okay, we can tell it to ignore. So I can tell it to ignore voltage. I can tell it to ignore phase, and so we'll bring voltage back in. We'll bring phase back in, and it starts beeping at you again. Okay, and then here is to adjust the maximum count for the analog digital converter. You can set a timing delay for sampling in here. The 280 is the timing delay, so you can up that. You can drop that, and these are in 12 millionths of a second. Okay, now this is the ground balance setup screen, so you just press this button, and if you pump it, this is the minimum phase, maximum phase seen, and the minimum voltage, maximum voltage phase seen, and then to leave the ground balance voltage, you go back to scanning. Okay, so you can clear the display here, okay, and recess the top line, which is the current maximum minimums as seen since the last clear, and you can jump right to the ground balance setting here and re-ground balance. Found that to be necessary. This thing is quite sensitive. Okay, so now I'm going to take some items. First item we're going to start out with is a standard clad quarter, and we're going to just run it down the distance scale here. Okay, so 9 inches, 8 inches, 7.5 inches, 7, 6.5, 6, 5.5, 5, 4.5, 4, 3.5, 3, 2.5, 2. And you should be seeing the voltage go up, the phase go down, and the magic number go real high. Okay, now I'm back at 7.5 inches. Okay, that's a quarter. Okay, next thing we'll do is we'll reset the maximums. Okay, and we'll throw a dime at it. So we're going to come in for an air test on a dime. 9, 8, 7.5, 7, 6.5. Okay, so that's 6.5, 6, 5.5, 5, 4.5, 4, 3.5, 3, 2.5. Now you hear the metal detector actually detect it. Okay, now we'll take one of the things I find a lot of in the current, in the local state park, and that's shotgun plugs. You know, things are a pain in the butt because of the way they read, so we're going to run that through the system. So we're at 9 inches, 8, 7.5, 7. So we pick that up at 7 inches. Go down to 6 inches, 5 inches, 4 inches, 3, 2 inches. Okay, so that was the old shotgun plug. Okay, how about a nice gold ring for anybody? Just a classic wedding band. Okay, I'm going to hit a ground balance now. This thing varies over time. Okay, come back over here, reset this. Okay, here comes a classic men's wedding ring. 9, 8, 7.5, 7, 6.5, 6. So we start to pick it up at 6 inches. 5.5, 5, 4.5, 4, 3.5, 3. Now the detector itself picks it up right around 5. The mods to the circuit pick it up around 6.5. Okay, all air tests. Yeah, just a standard wedding ring. Now here's an oldie but goodie, corroded 1840 coronet head large cent. Don't know if you can see that or not, but it is 1840. Okay, we'll reset the limits, and we'll come at it with that. Okay, 9 inches, 8.5, 8, 7.5. So we're somewhere between 7.5 and 8 inches. It picks it up. 7 inches, 6 inches, 5 inches, 4 inches, 3 inches, 2 inches. Okay, and then 1840 coronet head large cent. Okay, pull tabs. Of course, they're always out there, from what I can tell. Classic old removable tape. All right, I don't know what type it is. I know there's multiple types out there. I haven't learned all the nomenclature yet. So we start that at 9, 8, 7, 6.5, 6. So we're picking that up at 6 inches, 5 inches, 4, 3, 2. Okay. Yeah, classic pull tab. Clear out these guys. What else we got here? How about a nickel? Well, current modern nickel. Did we clear? Yeah, we cleared. Okay. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So we picked him up right around 5 inches. 4 inches. 3 inches. 2 inches. Okay, just modern nickel. Okay, we'll clear that out. Here's something that came out of my yard. About an old metal spike. Pretty beastly. Okay, now we're clear. So we'll start him out at 10 inches, 9 inches, 8 inches. So that's about 7 3/4 inches. He picks him up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And go off the scale. I don't know if you noticed that, but we got the magic number is a big number, because of the multiplier and the leverage factor. What else we got here? How about a lead sinker? Okay, just a lead line through sinker. Okay, 9 inches, 8 inches, 7 inches, 6 inches, 5 inches. So he comes in around 5 inches. 4 inches, 3 inches, 2 inches. And that's about all, folks. Thank you very much.